Physical looks, scale 1 to 10. We'll start with you. We'll go around the table. Go ahead.
8. So 8.5.
I'm a 10.
7.
8.
6.5.
I'd say 7.5, 8, 4.
That's lower than last time. Yeah. I used to say 6. I'm a 5.
In front of all these beautiful women, how could I ever not humble myself down to a 4, really?
Some of these women are getting out of hand, rating themselves a complete 10. Come on now, let's be honest. I myself, I think I'm probably like a 6. Leave your number down below. Let me know what number you think you are.
Good night, baby.
Night. Oh.
Just taking off my extensions.
Oh!
Ooh, feels good to take off this wig.
Oh!
Won't be needing these.
Oh! No!
Oh. Time to take this makeup off.
Oh!
Much better.
You want to put this back? Oh! 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 Good night.
Night. Wait, you wear contacts? You lied about your vision?
Yeah, but you...
Get out!
Personally, I don't mind a woman taking care of herself, but sometimes it does get a little bit too much, a little bit out of hand. It's almost like an empty canvas where they just have this paintbrush of makeup all over the place. And I think most men, at least mature men, prefer a more natural look to a woman instead of all the extensions and extras and all the additional stuff that you really don't need to.
Babe,
Huh?
I think I know why I'm so small down there.
Why?
Wait, what?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why? What did you find out why you're so small down there? Wait.
You got something to tell me?
No!
You think I'm small?
No, babe, no. Why do you look like you want to cry?
86% of women say they want a man to make the first move. 76% of men say that they are terrified of making the first move for fear of being seen as creepy. 20% of Gen Z say that a man approaching a woman in public always or usually constitutes harassment. What that means is guys know if they don't make the first move, nothing's going to happen. But if they do make the first move, they're going to maybe be seen as creepy and they're terrified of being Me Too'd. Women cultivating receptiveness, I think, is a good way to do this. There was this idea of like Renaissance Europe and the aristocracy in England, where ladies would drop a handkerchief in front of them. Oh, Mom, and go back over. Oh, Jack, thank you so much. I think in a post-Me Too world, it's important for girls to realize that it's not no means no. It's anything that isn't fuck yeah with a sign held above their head. This is for any normal, respectful guy. Is just terrified of being on the wrong side of some like fucking Me Too drama. Treat every guy like a golden retriever. Total idiot and probably needs like broader signals than you think that they do. Linger the eyes for longer and then, yeah, they'll end up eventually coming over.
I've been saying this from the beginning. Men are very simple. We don't need to play games. Be very straightforward. If you're into a guy, just let him know. Sometimes even a simple smile is just an opening for any confident man to approach you and talk to you. But sometimes we need a little bit of help.
What's up? I'll buy you a PS5 if you be my boyfriend. I just got my mental health check today. I'm looking for a boyfriend. And I got my child support. I got my nails done. Hey, be my boyfriend.
How much money is in your guys' bank account?
I got like 1,200.
Like 70K? Yeah.
70K? What you mean 70K?
What do you mean? My dad gave it to me.
You made me pay for all this shit and you got 70K in
You're
your
my
bank account?
boyfriend. Why wouldn't you pay for my things?
Well, I mean, if you got 70K, I mean, you should be paying for this
Yeah, but
shit.
usually the guy's supposed to pay for the things.
This is a serious problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. I paid for
What
dinner.
are you getting mad at me for?
That was $400.
You're supposed to pay for my shit.
You got 70K?
You're my boyfriend. You're supposed to pay for my
kidding
shit.
me? Yo, dude, this is actually...
It's not my fault you're broke. How is that my fault?
We're done then.
What do you mean we're done?
Then. We're done then.
If you're gonna fucking scream at me, then leave.
Typical woman behavior these days, right? Everybody wants whatever's beneficial to them. You can't have it both ways. You can't say 50-50 on one hand, and when it comes to finances, you want the guy to take care of you.
Am I the only one who thinks going to a sit-down restaurant isn't even worth it anymore? For 2 people with tip and tax, you're spending a bare minimum $50. If you get appetizers and drinks, that could easily be $80 to $100. Now, we go out for food like once or twice a week, and unless it's a celebration or we're going out with friends or family, we're just getting takeout. It's Chipotle. It's Bibimbap. It's Kava, right? That's it. It just makes no sense to spend $50 on a mid-tier sit-down meal when we can spend $17 and eat at home.
Absolutely, and that was one of the reasons why I left Canada a few years ago. I'm living in Asia. I'm paying $2 or $3 proper meals with nice chunks of beef all up in my soup, some nice pad thai and like honestly, eating out in Canada or the US is getting ridiculous to the point where I agree with this guy completely. No need to eat out anymore.
If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a six-figure plus income?
I do
Wait, speak English. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las Vegas.
You seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. What skills do you have that would help you earn a six-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's no skills that I have.
Because you're a cocktail server in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now, and that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us. Please,
but the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
I don't even blame women for using their looks and their raw, natural beauty, even with makeup, all this OnlyFans stuff. I don't blame them. If I had those looks, I'd probably be doing the same thing. So I can't hate them on that. But it's the men, you and I, that got to stop sending these women money because they go ahead and just change the whole dynamic, the whole, landfill of dating or trying to even speak to somebody if it's not about money. 6 figures, 6 inches, 6 feet, 6 this and 6 that. It's getting really out of hand out there, and I really feel bad for the younger generation trying to meet somebody that don't have that much money or aren't that tall.
You know, recently there's been a lot of articles pointing out how men are far less emotionally intelligent than women and how that's been ruining their relationships.
Oh yeah, I always say the wife's more intelligent than me. Emotionally, of course.
It's unfortunate, but it's a department that we lack in. Last week we're at the airport. Our plane gets delayed an hour, whereas my natural instinct would be to say, it is what it is, there's nothing we can do. Brittany had the emotional intelligence to realize this is a big deal. We should be arguing with anyone who will listen, and in general, just going ballistic, regardless of whether or not it'll help.
Look, it's not about whether or not it helps.
No.
For example, say you plan an outdoor event and it begins to rain. An emotionally unintelligent person like myself might suggest some sort of alternative or contingency, or maybe we'll do it on another day, as opposed to realizing that this is in fact the end of the world and you should be flying off the handle.
Whether you're reading an article about COVID coming back or your Uber Eats driver brings you the wrong order, we as men do not have the emotional intelligence to realize that not only is this something we should be freaking out about, but we should also be becoming actively hostile to others who are remaining calm.
Yeah, sarcastic take on women being very emotional and not very logical. You have to try to do your best to stay calm because nothing ever gets done over being emotional, especially at an airport or something like that.
When I put on my heels, I would like to still be shorter than my man, at least 5'11", but I prefer 6 feet tall.
That's absolutely stupid. That you put on shoes and you determine, I can't be with someone.
You know what? I have a younger brother, and anybody younger than me, I just automatically think of my brother. So they could be the hottest person in the room, and if they tell me they're even a month younger than me, I'm just oh, I just see my brother and it's oh.
What the hell is wrong with you? If you think about someone older than you and you immediately think of your father, you got issues. It's you, it's not him. Wow.
You're
gonna be single for a while.
Sounds rude.
Yeah.
How many guys do you think would be left?
I thought there would be maybe 4 guys left, but there were none. Today I learned that my criteria is not, easy as I thought it was, but I'm okay with that.
Are you hoping to find a match today?
Yeah,
A quick reality check for this girl that thought she was gonna have 4 or 5 matches left over. There are not that many people that fit these criteria that social media tells you have to meet or want in a partner.
Talking to this guy, it's going well, and I thought it's time that I go to his place. I wanted to bring him his favorite dessert because I like to bake. He said he wanted cookies. Easy enough, right? I go to bring him the cookies, and he opens the door, and he goes, "Those cookies look great. But I only want to taste your cookie. And I'm like, these are my cookies. What do you mean? He was talking about my ooh-ah.
A guy with a sense of humor. I'm not sure if she's being serious or just joking around, but yeah, I like a sense of humor. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this and want to see regular daily content, hit the subscribe button. I'm crawling towards the 1,000 subscribers, so do me a favor, help me out with that, and just remember to man up.
We're men. I won't text my boy for 6 months, and we'll still be best friends after.
Facts.